Welcome to the Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023, organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Ibu Krama with support from ExxonMobil Foundation. Welcome to the finals of the Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023. Hi there, my name is Ravin Deodat, your quizmaster for this series of programs, as you well know, organized by the EMC in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Ibu Krama with support from ExxonMobil Foundation. And we are down to our finals. That's the big news. 14 schools couldn't make it here, but these two did. So outstandingly well that they are able to sit or stand in the finals. Let's just introduce you to the two schools first of all, then we'll go to the players and have them introduce themselves. Anna Regina Multilateral, been in the news quite a bit recently. Well, they're in the finals, and so is Northwest Secondary, all the way from Region 1 and around the Mabaruma area. Anna Regina Multi, let's have our players there introduce themselves.
My name is Ziad Ali, and I attend Anna Regina Multilateral Secondary. I'm currently in Form 1.
My name is Adrian Amsterdam. I currently attend Anna Regina Multilateral School, and I'm in Form 1.
My name is Yogita Raghunandan. I attend Anna Regina Multilateral Secondary School. I'm currently in Form 1.
Ziad, Adrian, and Yogita from Anna Regina Multi. And across the way from Northwest Secondary, as we said, all the way up in Region 1, beautiful Region 1 area, from the Mabaruma area, Northwest Secondary. They had some tragedy recently with their school, but they're here and they're in the finals, and let's have them introduce themselves.
My name is Angelica Gunpot. I attend Northwest Secondary School and I am in Form 1.
My name is Crystal James. I attend Northwest Secondary School and I am in Form 1.
My name is Graceland Chakan. I attend Northwest Secondary School and I'm in Form 1.
Angelica, Crystal, and Graceland from Northwest Secondary. Well, we have some special guests in our audience today for our finals from our sponsoring agencies, but we'll introduce you to them a little later on. Right now, though, it's attention to our finalists, our two schools. Anna Regina will get the first question. Ziad, this is your question. This year, 2023, marks how many years, or in fact, how many years since Guyana became a republic? 2023.
53 years.
53 years for 5 points. You can tell he studied that one up. Okay, I came back very quickly with the answer. Angelica, dear, this year, 2023, marks how many years since Guyana became an independent nation? We talked about republic just now. Independent nation, how many years?
Is it 63?
63, sorry, dear. Ziad.
It is 57.
57 for 3 points. Yeah, the trick here is add 4. Right? Republic was 70, 66 was independence, add 4 to republic. So since he gave us the republic, all you had to do was add 4. Anyhow, he stole the 3 points from you. We're going back to Anna Regina Multi, our second player. Which is the largest bird that lives in the forests of Guyana? I want you to name the largest bird that lives in our forests in Guyana.
The largest bird that lives in our forest is the harpy eagle.
The harpy eagle for 5 points. That's right. And it's not only the largest in Guyana, it's the largest in the world. It's huge. And you can find it up there in the Kanuku Mountains. One time when I was up in Region 9, I had the real good fortune of seeing one of them hovering over the forest. They're hard to find if you go up there, but I'm sure some of you who have visited Region 9 know that or have seen them. Now we're going to Crystal. Crystal, dear, which is the largest lily that can be found in Guyana? Which is the largest lily, I want you to name it, that can be found in Guyana?
The Victoria Regia lily.
The Victoria, you want to spell it?
Regia.
That's correct. The Victoria Regia. It's on our coat of arms. It's huge. People actually take the leaves and use them at functions, particularly weddings and so forth. You can't fill that up with food, I'll tell you. It's huge. All right, we're getting along quite nicely. Anna Regina, this is your question in the form of Yogita. I want you to name the foundation. Now, listen carefully to this question. Name the foundation that has organized this series of quiz with the Ministry of Education and Iwukrama. Name the foundation that has organized this set of environmental quiz programs with Ministry, and we have a rep here, and Iwukrama, we have the big rep here. So I want you to name that foundation, and there's a second part, and in which year was it formed? So name the foundation that's organized along with the two partners, and the year in which that foundation was formed. It was part of the booklet we sent out, folks, to the various schools.
Iwukrama International Center.
No, I mentioned Iwukrama. Iwukrama is one of the partners, so that wouldn't work. Gracelyn.
The EMC Foundation.
The EMC Foundation, I say it at the start and close of every program. And when was it formed? You don't get half points. You have to give me the whole answer. And again, this was part of the information we sent out.
2008.
Nope, that wouldn't work. Okay, so nobody gets any points for that. But Gracelyn, it's a similar kind of question about one of our sponsors. We talked about Iwukrama. Well, we say Iwukrama, but it has a slightly longer name. And again, I have to remind you that all of this was in the booklet we sent out, right? I want you to give me the longer name, if not the longest, at least the one that's generally known. The Iwukrama, what's its name, and when was it established? So the name and the year. 10 seconds. Sorry there, that's time. Yogita.
Environmental. No, wait.
No, you're on the wrong road there. It's called the Iwukrama. I have to read it, but it is in your booklet. The Iwukrama International Center for Rainforest Conservation and Development. Generally, it's called the Iwukrama International Center, IIC. And it was established in 1996. It's been around for a while. It was an arrangement between, or an agreement between the government of Guyana and the Commonwealth Secretariat to have that set up and do the work, the very valuable work that it's doing out there. So, as I said, I would have taken Iwukrama International Center as the name, and 1996 as the year in which it was established. So nobody got any points for that. It meant you weren't quite listening to or reading up your booklets. But that's all right, because we've got other questions. We are in the finals of the Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023. We'll be back with round 2, our team segment.
The Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023 is organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Iwakurama International Center. It involves 16 secondary schools from across the 10 regions of Guyana, testing their knowledge in areas such as the environment, social studies, and current affairs. It aims to inform, educate, and entertain.
Welcome back. Let's just welcome, actually, a big welcome to one of our big sponsors, Mr. Dane Gobin. You see him there in, I don't know, a creamish kind of, well, you know him. Dane is the CEO of Iwakurama. So we're very pleased to have him here at the finals. We also have representing the Chief Education Officer, Ms. Tiffany Harvey, the Assistant Chief Education Officer, another one of our big sponsors. Mr. Sham Nokta has all his officers here already, but he will be joining us a little later on in the finals from EMC. And now we're getting back to our two teams, the finals. The finals. So group, anyone can win, but I just want to say this, that you both have done remarkably well to get to this point. We started with 16 schools, we're down to 2. So a big congratulations to you both, but we move on with the contest, the team segment. First question going to Anna Regina Multilateral, and this question will be answered by Ziad, but the entire team can contribute, give them 10 seconds to do it. Here's the question, but you will also study it, because if they miss it, it'll come over to you. In discussing climate change and global warming, explain what is mitigation, because that's part of the notes we sent out to you. Explain what is mitigation and give me an example of mitigation measures, right? In discussing climate change and global warming, we talk about two things. Well, we'll come to the other one just now, but we talk about mitigation. What does that mean? And give me an example of it. 10 seconds. Oops, hold on. Let's give everybody a chance to settle. Take your time, because I need two answers, right? An explanation of what mitigation is with regards to climate change and global warming, and an example of that. Go now.
Mitigation is the reducing or slowing down of climate change. An example of mitigation is active transportation.
You have to give me some more on that second one. And let's go back to the first. What did you say there? Because you're going a little fast, so I didn't quite get it.
Mitigation is the slowing down or reducing of climate change.
All right.
An example is active transportation. Examples like bicycles.
No, well, so why?
So that because the bicycles or active transportation won't produce carbon emissions, which will go into the
That's
atmosphere.
what we were looking for. Thank you. That's 4 or 5 points. Because we talked about this over and over again in the other games. It's the carbon dioxide produced by cars and vehicles and so forth. So if you go with bicycles, you will be reducing the effects. So that works. Now it's Northwest Secondary, and we did say 2 terms. The first one was mitigation. The second term is adaptation to climate change and global warming, and give me an example of that. So explain what is adaptation and give me an example of how that would work. 10 seconds. All right, that's about 10 seconds. If we can get back to the table, I'll get this answer first of all from Angelica from Northwest Secondary.
Adaptation is adapting to a new climate change. And one example of adaptation is water conservation.
All right, but just go back to that first part. Expand that a little bit for me.
Adaptation, it means adapting to a new climate change.
Okay, so you're adapting to climate change.
Yeah.
We know it's getting warmer and so on. And how do we do that?
By conserving water,
Conserving water, why?
because we need water to survive.
Yeah, we always need water to survive, climate change or no. But why specially for adaptation purposes?
Because water
Sorry, Angelique, we gave you enough leeway there. Ziad.
Adaptation is
Oh, yeah, it is Ziad, sorry, go ahead.
adaptation is adjusting to life in a changing climate. An example of adaptation is resisting forest fires.
Why?
Okay. Forest fires burn down the forest. So if we have emergency teams to out the fires, the forest will still
But
be
you
safe.
have to center your answer around climate change and
Yeah.
global warming.
So when the fire burns on the trees, it will
Yeah.
well, it'll destroy the trees. So
Okay,
there'll be
yeah,
less
that's the fire
oxygen.
burning the trees. But what does fire have to do with global warming and climate change?
It will cause carbon emissions to go up into the atmosphere.
No, Ziad, that wouldn't work. You are around the right area, and you probably
Like
as
it'll
well.
destroy the forest, so there'll be less oxygen.
Sorry. Now this is, I think, where you both were going. First of all, she says conserve water. Why? Because climate change, one of the consequences is drought, right? So drought means we'll have less water, hence we have to save the water. That's what I was trying to get you to say. Mister, if the place gets warmer, then it's more likely that the forests will burn, right? And you were not making that connection. So sorry, nobody gets any points for that one. There were other things as well. Sea level rise, we have to shore up our seawalls and things like those, or just move to higher ground, as I think we all thought we should, because you know what will happen? The sea level rise means more flooding on the coast and things like those. So those are the examples we were talking about. All right, now we go back to Anna Reggiani, your team question. Despite the dangers posed by climate change and global warming, Guyana is in a unique position to both help with global warming and benefit financially with that help. So although there are problems, we are in a position where we can assist the world and we can benefit ourselves in that way. So 10 seconds, tell me how we can do both. 10 seconds. All right, in your own words, because once you're getting on the right track, I'll allow you to continue. So, Adrian, this is for you to answer.
What was the question again, sir?
No, I can't do that.
So Guyana can benefit from the Norway agreement, which pays us to maintain our forests, which we earn revenue from, and it is also helping the world by reducing carbon dioxide.
Of course, that's it. You had it perfectly, but you were stalling for time. That would not have been fair. So 5 points. We help the world by keeping our forests to absorb carbon dioxide, which is the biggest culprit. And of course, we can get funding for doing that. Okay? Now we go over to Northwest Secondary. What other natural resources are available to us in terms of energy that we can ensure that we don't contribute to global warming? Think about it. What other sources are available to Guyana in terms of energy to make sure we don't contribute to the global warming climate change cycle? 10 seconds. Yes, Crystal.
Hydropower.
Explain.
It
You just can't drop an answer on me like that there. Go ahead. You've got a chance to explain. Sorry, you're taking too long. Adrian.
Hydropower and solar power. Since Guyana has a lot of water potential, no. Hydropower, no. Energy is made from hydropower.
Adrian, control yourself. You said hydropower, solar power. We're shaking our heads. Why?
Energy is made from hydropower from water.
You were not listening to the question. Sorry, we can't give you that. We said we will not be contributing to global warming and climate change because we're using clean energy. That's what I wanted to hear, something along that line. We're not using fossil fuel. Of course, we still are, but the whole plan of the LCDS is to bring that down to the merest minimum. So whilst you tell me, both sides, you tell me the source, you weren't telling me why those sources would cause Guyana not to contribute to climate change and global warming. You got it? All right. So you were halfway there, but you were not getting to the point where you were answering the full question. So nobody gets any points for that. And now we go to Yogita. Who is the, I need a name, who is the Commander-in-Chief of Guyana, and when did he assume office? Who was the Commander-in-Chief of Guyana, and when did he assume office? 10 seconds and for the whole group. All right, so the two answers really, a name and a year. Yogita?
The president, Dr. Irfan Ali, and he took his office in 2022.
No, that's not right. Gracelyn?
Dr. Irfan Ali, and he took his office in 2020.
2020, not last year. It's 2020. It is Dr. Irfan Ali because he's president and therefore he's commander-in-chief, but he assumed office in 2020. That's when he was sworn in. All right. We're going over to Gracelyn and Northwest Secondary. Who was the president of Guyana before Dr. Ali, and when did he assume office? Think about it. You've got 10 seconds and your group can help you. Who was the president before Dr. Ali, and when did he assume office? 10 seconds. All right. Gracelyn, do you have an answer for me there?
Mr. David Granger in the year 2016.
No, that's not right. Yogita?
David Granger, the year 2010.
No, that's not right either. How short your memories are. But you're young. Brigadier retired David Granger is correct. He was the president before Dr. Ali. 2015 was the year when he assumed the office of presidency. So nobody got any points for that one, but it has brought us down to the end of all of our questions in this the finals of the secondary school environmental quiz. It's organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Iwu Krama with support from Exxon Mobil Foundation. We'll be back.
The Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023 is organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Iwu Krama International Center. It involved 16 secondary schools from across the 10 regions of Guyana, testing their knowledge in areas such as the environment, social studies, and current affairs of Guyana. It aims to inform, educate, and entertain.
Welcome back, welcome back. We're into our final round of competition and the finals of the Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023. Let's just reintroduce our special guest that we have for the finals, obviously. You met Mr. Gobin, Mr. Dane Gobin. He is the CEO of Iwokrama. You also met our Assistant Chief Education Officer representing the Chief, Miss Tiffany Harvey. And we have two other guests, the founder of the EMC Foundation, putting on this quiz in company with our other two partners, and with support from the Exxon Mobil Foundation, Mr. Matt Schaff is here representing that foundation. So we welcome them all in. Even more important than those important guests, let me also tell you that we have two standby players. We have this is from Northwest Secondary, Rosalina Passad. Rosalina, just give us a wave so we know. Good. And Johanna Paul from Anna Regina. We have these standby players in case something goes wrong with the players who are up on the podium. Good. Now our main actors in this drama, our scorers. Let's tell you who they are. Teacher Alika Paul Rankin from Anna Regina Multi, a teacher from that school. In the center is our Senior Education Officer from the Ministry of Education, Ms. Felicia de Souza Madramutu, and another teacher, and this time from Northwest Secondary, teacher Ria Chan. So a big thank you for the work they're doing for us. And here's the update for the score. Northwest Secondary, and remember they are all the way from Region 1, so it's probably a good thing. I know Mr. Noctis Sham is smiling there. Oh, I'm glad we have an interior school. They come from Mabaruma in Region 1. They are not doing so good right now, but they'll buck up. They have 8 points. Anna Regina Multi from Region 2, 23 points. Okay, so now we go back to Anna Regina. Ziad, this is your question. Which country had the largest economic growth rate in the Caribbean and Latin America in 2022? Which country? I thought you'd jump at the answer. Which country had the largest economic growth rate in the Caribbean and Latin America in 2022?
Guyana?
Yeah, that's a good guess. Absolutely. For 5 points. Yep. And there's a particular sector in the Guyana economy that caused this enormous growth. Angelica, can you tell me which sector that caused this tremendous growth in our economy?
The forest?
The forest? No, dear. That wouldn't work. Ziad.
The local supply.
The what?
The local supply. The industries on it.
Oh, the low coastal plain. Sorry, Ziad. No, I needed a specific sector. The energy sector, the oil sector. You must be reading all of this. Tremendous growth, over 50%. I mean, other people are going, wow. Well, wow indeed, and hopefully that will continue for quite a few years. So nobody gets any points for that second question, but we're going back to Anna Regina Multi. What is the GMC? Tell me, what does GGMC mean, and which sector does it have responsibility for? What is the GGMC in Guyana, what it means, and which sector does it have responsibility for? 10 seconds, Adrian. Sorry, that's time. Let's go over to Crystal.
The G.
Sorry, babe, too long. The Guyana Geology and Mines Commission. And obviously mining and things like those. So nobody gets any points for that one. Now we're going to you, Crystal, for this question. What is the GFC? The GFC, what does that mean? And which sector does it look at? The GFC.
Guyana Forestry Commission.
Yeah?
What
What it has responsibility for. Take a
The
wild
forest.
guess.
The forest.
Yes, babe, for 5 points. The forest. Yeah, I mean, both answers contain the second part of the question as well. Okay, we're hustling down to our end of the program. Now, the Ministry of Education will be happy about these two questions coming up. What is the name of the Ministry of Education TV station that normally broadcasts academic programs from the curriculum? I want you to give me the name of the Ministry of Education TV station that broadcasts academic programs to children all around Guyana.
The Learning Channel.
All right, we'll give that to you for 5 points. It's the Guyana Learning Channel, but I figure I'll probably be taught a very hard taskmaster if I didn't give you that. The Guyana Learning Channel TV. Okay, similar kind of question, but this time we're going to another medium. What is the name of the Ministry of Education's radio station that broadcasts academic subjects to children around Guyana? It's a new one, but they've been advertising like mad all over the place. So what's the name of the ministry's radio station? Ten seconds there. Sorry, Grace, that's too long. Yagita.
Oh. Guyana Learning Station.
No, this time it won't cut it. It's called Edu FM. It's educating you. Edu FM. And let me tell you a little secret. NCN may not like me saying that, but both the ministry's television channel or station and radio station have a broader spread or reach than NCN radio and television. It's the biggest in the country because the radio station has 20 transmitting sets all around Guyana. NCN has about 10 or 8. And the TV has a similar number. So NCN, eat your heart out. No, but NCN is doing good work, and obviously they're very popular. That's why we're broadcasting on NCN. But we will also be broadcasting these programs on Edu FM and the Learning Channel, the Ministry of Education's Learning Channel. So that has brought us down to the end of... So nobody got any points for that last two. Miss Harvey is very disappointed. From the Ministry of Education, but we will be tallying up the score and coming back with the winner. As I said before, you both have done exceedingly well, Northwest Secondary and Regina. Out of 16 schools, you came right up to the top. Somebody is going to have to move up to the second place. Somebody will move up to the first place. But congratulations right now for the finalists in this final of the Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023.
The Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023 is organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Iwakarama International Center. It involves 16 secondary schools from across the 10 regions of Guyana, testing their knowledge in areas such as the environment, social studies, and current affairs. It aims to inform, educate, and entertain.
Welcome back, welcome back. And we're very pleased to have our main sponsors, Mr. Sham Nokta, the founder of EMC Foundation, Mr. Dane Gobin, the CEO of Ibukrama, and on behalf of the Ministry of Education, our Assistant Chief Education Officer, Ms. Tiffany Harvey. Now, let's come up to our players and tell you that of the two teams, Mr. Ziad Ali was our best scorer overall. So a nice round of applause for him. And now it's time to announce the winner, the champion, if you like, of the Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023. However, both schools, the champion and the runner-up, as we would call the other school, they both did exceedingly well to get here, and you will find out who will be the champion, who will be the runner-up. They both will get substantial prizes from the sponsor of the quiz, and you'll hear about that too. But I also want to thank a very hard-working team from EMC, led by the project leader, or project manager, Stella Modete. Stella's been around. In fact, I asked a question, and the student said Stella. I said, no, I know Stella is many things, but not that one. We also had Zoya Samaru, who I keep bugging for water and all kinds of other things, but she did much more than that. And we had a photographer, Diopol, who we often call Kevin for some reason. I don't know how Diopol translates to Kevin. So a big thank you to EMC. There were others too. There were a few volunteers coming from the University of Guyana. We want to thank them all. This has been a splendid effort by the sponsors, by the organizers, by NCN. They've been very much on the ball in terms of filming these and broadcasting them a little later on. And now, yeah, I know I kept you in suspense for a while. Let's give you the final score. We had Northwest Secondary with an overall total of 13 points and Anna Regina Multi with an overall total of 33 points, and therefore the champions. And as I was telling the gang, Anna Regina is doing itself, because they're in the news for the best school and all kinds of other things. But big congratulations, Anna Regina, Ziad, Adrian, Yogita, and of course your standby player, that's Johanna. But equally big congratulations to Northwest Secondary. I don't think a lot of us expected that you would. They came since last week, and I think the motivation for getting to the finals was they like all the visits they were making in Georgetown. Sorry, I have to go back home soon, but there are good things in store for you from the organizers of the quiz. And let me call on Zoya Samaru from EMC to do a brief vote of thanks before we head to the prize giving ceremony. Cut.
Thank you so much, Dr. Diopat. So, hi everybody. I would like to say a big thank you on behalf of Mr. Sham Nokta, the founder of the EMC Foundation, as well as, of course, all of our little team of coordinators. It was so much fun working with all of you. Of course, congratulations to the winners, and well done to the runners-up, as well as all of the participating schools who would have been here from all 10 regions of Guyana. And we hope that our viewers and our listeners at home have learned something new about the environment and how we can work together to protect it. Of course, special thank you to the Ministry of Education for partnering with us. Couldn't have done it without your support. And of course, Ibukrama as well. Mr. Gobin, thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much for the support from the ExxonMobil Foundation. Once again, thank you so much for everybody for listening in and tuning in to our secondary school environmental quiz. And we hope to see you next year. Thank you.
This is Ravin Deodat. A pleasure. We've had a break of these quiz competitions, which I think are really good things. But I think the EMC Foundation is planning to make this, if not a quiz, some kind of children activity on radio, on television, an annual event. So let's see what happens next. Once again, it's been my greatest pleasure to be back in the Quizmasters, I was going to say stand, and to be with you over the past few weeks on this Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023. Good luck to all. The winner of the quiz competition, each member of the quiz competition, will get a laptop for each student, including the standby student who may or may not have played in the final. The trophy will be for the school, and the trophy will also be for students. In addition to that, the champion school will get a trip to Kaichor Falls for students and 1 or 2 teachers of their choice. The runner-up for this competition will get a trip to the Mahaika River, where they will visit various places for students and teachers as well.